Happy morning, dear friends. Here's yours, Dr. Rajanta. Welcome to Demystify with Ajay. Dear friends, we are here in visualization, data visualization module. And before I begin, I want to let you know that this is the second part of basic plotting with Matplotlib. And yeah, today we are going to start with the scatter plot. Dear friends, a scatter plot is used to plot the relationship between two numeric columns in the form of scattered points. Normally, a scatter plot is used when for each value in the x-axis, there exist multiple values in the y-axis. To plot a scatter plot, the scatter function, kindly just observe here, the scatter function of the pyplot module is used, and you have to pass the values for the x-axis and y-axis, and in addition you have to pass a shorthand notation of color value to the C parameter. And of course, yeah, you are all aware that we are making use of this iris data. And yeah, here we are going to include the sepal length and the petal length. Okay, and of course we are going to make this plot, yeah, how to plot a scatter plot between sepal length and petal length of iris plants. And yeah, for your information, dear friends, here we have just provided the color value as B, and which is just passed to the scatter function. Kindly just let me know what would be the output. Yeah, observe here, dear friends. So the output shows a scatter plot with blue points. The plot clearly shows that with a increase in, kindly just observe, increase in sepal length, yeah, the petal length of the iris flower would also increase. So here we are having the sepal length value, and of course we are able to identify the increasing in both. Yeah, you can also change the default marker used to plot points on the scatter plot. So to do so, yeah, we have to pass the marker value to the marker parameter of the scatter method or scattered function. Okay, so let me just do it here. So observe here, dear friends, the same thing, the scatter. Of course, everything, whatever we have just used in the above script, the same thing here it is that. Yeah, the C, the color is the same thing, blue, but here we have included the marker. So here by using the marker, yeah, we have used the letter X, okay, as the marker for the points in the scatter plot. Okay, so let me just execute this and observe. Yeah, kindly just observe, dear friends, how this is happening. The same points whichever we have just seen before. So like line plots, you can plot multiple scatter plot inside one graph. To do so, you have to call this scatter method twice with the same value of x-axis while different value of y-axis. And kindly just observe here we have used this scatter twice the time. Okay, and yeah, the first scatter plot just plots the relation between the sepal length and petal length. Okay, and yeah, by using the blue marker, kindly just observe the color is blue, and here we are having the marker X. And this second scatter here we have just specified the same thing, but here it is sepal length and towards the sepal width. So the relationship it is between sepal length and sepal width, and here we have used the red color marker. Okay, so let me just execute and view the plot. And of course, we have included the legend also here, and which is located in the upper center. Kindly just observe. So towards the exact output, what we just get is, yeah, kindly just observe what we are having towards the y-axis, that is petal length and sepal width. That is what here provided, that is included as the legend. And I think you are able to know the both multiple scatter plot which is inside in one single graph. Okay, Now let me just move on to the next one. It's a bar plot. Dear friends, bar plot is used to plot the relationship between unique values in a categorical column that is grouped by an aggregate function, such as you can just make use of sum of or mean or median, etc. So, but before we plot a bar plot, let's first import the data set that we are going to use in this discussion. Okay, so of course we are just going to use Titanic data set, and here we have just provided data.head where of course the exact top 5 rows of the data set would be shown, and yeah, here the exact data set is in CSV format. Let me just include it. Okay, yeah, dear friends, of course, to plot and bar plot, of course, as previously we have just discussed for scatter, yeah, here we need the bar function. Okay, the method which we have to call is the bar method, and the categorical values are passed on the x-axis and corresponding aggregated numerical values are passed on y-axis. Okay, so here the exact bar plot which we are just going to plot is between the gender and to the ages. Okay, the gender and to the ages of the Titanic ship, and here that we have just passed here, and of course we are just going to plot this 2 column. Okay, so let me just make it use of it, and yeah, here we have just made the use of value counts towards the data set. Okay, so observe and let me just make use of it. So see here, these are the exact data which we are able to get it, and kindly just see the bar chart. So before just discussing about the values onto the data, yeah, I just want to specify one thing, dear friends. Actually here, this exact bar plot, you can also create it in horizontal bar plot. Okay, just a simple thing which you have to include is one and only thing. So kindly just observe just inclusion of H, that is bar H method. Okay, so the same above which you can just observe it in horizontal manner. So see here, this is how you can just make use of some other. Actually here we are just made use of the classes and to the ages. And yeah, this one we are just going to see with some other relationship, but here kindly just have a note of it, the relationship between the passenger class and the ages of the passenger in the Titanic ship, that is the exact data set, has been plotted in horizontal manner. Okay, now next let me just move on to the histogram. Dear friends, histograms are used to display the distribution of data for a numerical list of items. Okay, so to plot a histogram, we have to call the hist method, just that being used here, and you simply have to pass a collection of numerical value to the histogram method. That's it. Okay, so here for instance, if we want to make use of an histogram plot, the distribution of values in the age column of the Titanic data, okay, that is what here it is plotted. So what are all the exact data? We are just taking it in an array, and it was being done here, that is plotted here. And yeah, dear friends, this exact output shows that the majority of the passenger here is 175. I think we are able to see here. Okay, and here that exact 175, majority passengers of 175 and their ages, kindly just observe it is exactly between 20 to 25. Okay, so 20 to 25, that is what here it is specified. And similarly, the passengers aged between this 70 and 80 are least in number. Okay, so for by default, the age is distributed into 10 bins, or here we are specified as like a 10 groups. Okay, so yeah, you can also have some more histogram or for other relations also. Okay, let me just try some other. And here, yeah, of course, this exact script just plots a histogram for a fair column of the Titanic data set. Okay, and what is the exact fare, and what about the values in the fare? So these are the exact fare. Of course, we have the value zeros also been included. Okay, and when on just making of this fare, yeah, kindly just let me see here. Okay, so the output shows that the majority of the passengers, that is more than 700, it just goes. Okay, it is above 700. I think you are able to see paid amount between 0 and 50. So here it is exactly below, that is mid of the 0 and 100. So it comes as like a 50. Okay, so yeah, more than 700 members just paid between 0 to 50. That is what here it is specified. But dear friends, actually the default bin size of the histogram in Matplotlib can be changed. If you want to do so, yeah, you can just need to pass the bin size in an integer as a value for the bin parameter. And here I have just passed it. So kindly observe the bins parameter of this histogram method. Okay, so yeah, we have been changed to 5. So here kindly just observe the above we have 10 groups, and of course here also it was there in 10 age groups. Okay, now when we just make it towards the 5, yeah, I just scroll down here. So this is what our 5 groups is there. Let me just see how the exact 5 groups has been plotted. Yeah, see here, dear friends. It is evident that age has now been distributed in 5 bins, and the maximum number of passengers, that is around the passengers here, it is 350, are aged between 20 to 30. Yeah, 20 to 30 and 30 plus somewhere. Okay, so this is how you can just make use of the data and to the plotting functionality. Yeah, next we are to move as a pie chart. And yeah, dear friends, as this the name the suggest pie chart displays the percentage distribution of values in a categorical column in term of an aggregated function. Okay, for instance, yeah, here the exact script, kindly just, I think you are able to see this. Yeah, okay, it just shows the percentage distribution of jobs with respect to the job category as like IT, marketing, data science and finance. And yeah, to plot a pie chart, we have to call this pie method of the pie plot module, which is used here. And here the first parameter is the list of numerical values that you have to be converted and displayed into percentage. And next you have to pass the list of categories to the label parameter. Of course, the explode parameter defines the magnitude of the split for each category, okay, in the pie chart. So here, of course, we also have an auto PCT, that is the parameter defines the format in which the percentage will be displayed on the pie chart. Of course, do you want any shadow or shadow like the resemblance? Yeah, you can just make it as like true. And yeah, let I execute and we observe the chart. Okay, so see here, dear friends, whatever we have just specified, so we are able to see. And dear friends, actually in the above script, yeah, we saw how to plot make this chart by using some values. Okay, so here we are going to make this exact pie chart with something with real data time. Okay, real data set. So here we are going to make use of the same data set with Titanic data. Okay, so we want to plot the percentage distribution of something as a passengers that traveled in different passenger classes in the Titanic ship. So let I just execute this data now, and let me just start with the data. I want to know what is the value counts of this P classes. So see here, of course, we are all known about this P class, that is the passenger class, which has been categorized with 1, 2 and 3. And of course, we want to know what are the counts that has been specified of each classes. So let me just first have that. So to have that, we just need this value count. Okay, this value count function, which it just gives the values so of each and every classes. And of course, the passenger class 3 has the highest 491. And yeah, dear friends, the output of this panda series, which we have just used, where index name contains the name of the passenger class here. Okay, while values corresponding to the sum of passenger traveling in each classes. And here, yeah, the 491 passenger traveled in third class, while 184 traveled in the first class. Yeah, of course, here we know that to plot a pie chart, we need values and labels. Okay, so the labels here can be fetched from the index name, that is P class 3, P class 1 and P class 2. Okay, and the labels here, there are values that can be obtained via the values of this series returned by this value count. Okay, so let me just make use of that, and we are just going to have the combination of the both. So here 3, 1, 2, and that is the exact index of to be listed. And to the values we have 491, 216 and 184. So with that, let me just have our diagram, that is the plotting. So we are just going to make use of pie chart. So let I execute here and observe the output. So see here, dear friends. So the output shows that around 55% of the passenger traveled in third class. That is of the Titanic data set. Okay, yeah, while 20.7% and 24.2% of the passenger traveled in second and first class respectively. Okay, now let me just move on to the next one, is stack plot. The stack plot is used to plot numeric information for multiple collection of items that is stacked on top of each other. So to plot a stack plot, you need to call the stack plot method. The first parameter to the stack plot, which we are just going to make it. Kindly just observe, this is what here the stack plot, and the first parameter to the stack plot method is the list of labels. Okay, and here the labels are the names of something which we have just given as like the names of the 7 days in a week. Okay, so here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, that is what here passed as the labels. And the next you have to specify the collection that contain numerical values. And kindly just observe here, for London we have some numerical values, and next for Tokyo we have some numerical values, and for Paris, yeah, we have some numerical values that is in a collection of list. And that collection that contains numerical values, here we have just included all these 3 variables. Okay, the numerical values in these collection belongs to temperature on each day of the week. Okay, so note that the number label must match the number of numerical values in the numeric collections. Okay, and yeah, finally you need to specify a list of colors where each color corresponding to one numeric collection. So here let I just execute it. And of course, dear friends, you can also have some other added as like yeah, which we have already discussed. One is legend. Of course, we need the legend to be displayed, and here it is the title, and the X label, that is of X axis, and Y label, which is going to be the temperature as Y axis. And let me observe here. Okay, hope you are able to see this plot, which is stacked plot. Okay, so this one is very much interesting when you can, but you can just use only with the numerical information or for multiple collections of items. Okay, dear friends, yeah, I think we are done with the basic plotting, and of course, there are so many advanced plotting is there. And before that, I just share some of the few examples which we have just discussed according to the topic. I just share some exercise related to this plotting. And dear friend, don't miss chance to grasp these invaluable insights. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you ensure you are always in the loop, getting notified about my upcoming videos. So hit the subscribe button now and let's stay connected and keep exploring together. Happy learning, dear friends. Thank you. Bye.